Really, I would like to apologize for the results. Very much, very much. If I have a wish, one wish, I know for a lot of people, even the World Cup is bigger than the AFCON. For me personally, the AFCON is bigger. For me personally, it's just a personal thing. I know for a lot of people, it's more important to go to the World Cup, and I did it once. And I'm just saying, after I did it for the World Cup, before even I came, a lot of people were against me.
So far, you also coach OttoAddo about several matches. I'm an final one only Niger Ecoboy. Ghana has a Niger 2-1. Now after that particular 2-1, and a press conference, and journalists and I am sure for establish some no questions. Now some of the questions almost started some no. And a man on Usuko year no, I say journalists need be any anje and confounding be so any anje. Ama a be master they saw almost call my dream actually. I say a plus 23 studios, NTBI, you call into the full story. But Mr. Osa says a way of first time I share your channel Nadia. Kindly like and subscribe to the channel, watch our videos and share it so that Obisu Ebehumbi. Intino, me per se share your first video, but answer your better say your first video no. Me per se what TV First of all, Coach Otto Addo apologized for Black Stars on bad performance because he himself our performance was not what we were expecting. At least we were not expecting say at least because Ghana above 6 matches or 7 matches. Aye win baako, ya draw na you win baako. This Ghana team didn't win. Now things were so bad to the point say even all three Ghana players nibi from Thomas Partey, some of this Jiku and all those key players, they decided someone back anything and Bambebo. No mobile is no. He fixed some local players near the idea, look for other players who came to play the match. That should show you how bad the Black Stars has been performing recently. I'm of international media crime and says the Black Stars are performing this bad. But your coach Otto Addo, no, first of all, he apologized for the bad performance. Now, apologizing and all can say he has other coaches who are coaches in other teams who have also coached other teams who have also lost. But Omumba out in there apologize here, but he has been able to come out to apologize. Now, if we and can say even he has qualified Ghana and all qualified Ghana to World Cup in 2022. 2022 and all qualified Ghana a call World Cup. Now, we and also and all cast on ye na dream so person resigning. On ye na dream so person resigning. Especially a question video now, Coach Otto Addo kasa about new resignation. That is the first thing. Or kasa so I apologize to Ghanaians. Yes, I chiba. You better go into more details. Then continue.
Really, I would like to apologize for the results. Very much, very much. If I have a wish, one wish, I know for a lot of people, even the World Cup is bigger than the AFCON. For me personally, the AFCON is bigger. For me personally, it's just a personal thing. I know for a lot of people, it's more important to go to the World Cup, and I did it once. And I'm just saying, after I did it for the World Cup, before even I came, a lot of people were against me. I can show you hundreds things, my friends, but nobody apologized afterwards. No, some few, not a lot. This is the first one, but I'm ready to apologize very, very much. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that we didn't do well and we didn't qualify. I'm very sorry. This one, 100%. I really have to apologize because I know how much it means for every Ghanaian to play in this tournament.
Now, renowned journalist and a very, very, very old journalist who has been almost a legend in the media space, who has been a sports journalist for a very long time, Michael Otieje. Baba Beka say, Master, who qualify for World Cup 2022, and then has a problem, you know. But say you man now, you know, remember gaslighting. Gaslighting, say, who say, why you be paying? I'll be to me, Nti no we ni ensam fe dwuma ne ma on ye maintain you ni sade no. So more or less no or person or convincing or connive in a way. And Michael Otieje ka said no. We can't just accept that because who qualify in time being qualification now will qualify, you know. You qualified us in 2022. Now qualify in 2022, in 2014, you know, your coach, and now your coach Papa, there is your coach in Sudan. Oye miracles for Sudan. Coach Kwesi Appiah also coached the Black Stars 2014 to the World Cup. And the crown of the year koyenim. Now the year koyenim na 2019 after AFCON 1 year at the end of the year. Then we decided to let him go. It's in them found so qualified the World Cup thing. But Yamawa Quiniano, and it's our World Cup now qualify a Grano. It's a past glory. And another thing that Michael Otieje can say, a Yejuma now Baba Yamaye, into Nova Yejuma, which was in 2022, na Yetiaoka in 2022. Udimba Mekasa and Nede, because you are not performing good near the idea. Into the share, I will track record near dear why you're paying. And near dear why you're paying. We are looking for victories now. So what I say, that is what Michael Otieje is trying to tell him. Say, don't come and gaslight us. Then can just 2022 with the World Cup. World Cup, a lot of coaches have taken us. A lot of coaches on the Yakoko. It is also the Yakwa and the Nyari. In fact, so the Yakko cry you with no. And that was what we were paid. You were being paid for. And you tell Yamao cash no. Sikapudu Yamausa cash no. It's Yankoshe Michael Otieje. Ne ensem na okaka no eno so ebi.
Otto himself has tried a lot to gaslight the whole country. He keeps reminding us of World Cup qualification. Get over it. It was in 2022. Get over it, Mr. Otto Addo. That World Cup qualification passed long ago. You were coach of a Black Stars in a qualifying campaign, played 2 games. Other people took part of the qualifiers. We paid you a handsome amount of money. We made you a hero. We gave you a contract. Move on from it. Kwesi Appiah managed and coached the Black Stars. He beat the then formidable force of Egypt by 6-1 to reach the 2014 FIFA World Cup. We sacked him when we were convinced the time was up. Keto Kreku decided in 2019, for good reason after the bad Nations Cup in 2019. For very good reason, I have to say, because that was our West Nations Cup performance since 2008. He sacked him. We said that we wanted to move the national team forward and that the results that Kwesi Appiah had showed in the Nations Cup and overall performance was not reflective enough of where Ghana football wanted to be. That was a second-round finish at the Nations Cup. He qualified the team there. We sacked him. It was as simple as that. The results then reflected the football. He beat Zambia, who were then African champions, in that qualifiers when everybody expected them to. When he qualified us to the tournament and we went to the tournament, none of the problems that afflicted the Black Stars of the pitch was Kwesi Appiah's doing. It was the doing of an entire country that couldn't manage a bonus policy. But it didn't matter. When it was time to make a decision and move on from him, we moved on from him in 2014. And we brought Avram Grant, who took us to the Nations Cup final the year after. Nobody told us back then that Kwesi Appiah qualified us for the World Cup, so for some reason we should let it be. And this has been the problem with Otto Addo. Almost this sense that the rest of us cannot have an opinion, cannot be upset, cannot be worried about the direction of the national team because he qualified us for the World Cup. What should we do with that information now?
Michael Otieje Ekasemasa, Yetia Okani Adia. Now, in that same interview, in a journalist back home, Ebisa say, now masa you coach and now you scout. Scout will be our more regular players, Emaden. So when him scout, their football teams, he can be a scouter. Scout will be our then. Or players, Emma other teams. If you know Bizan say, oh yeah, scout, and I say, oh yeah, coach, because at the end who's oh yeah, better scout than coach. And then I listen try catching. And I will told those who catching the massa. Misun me coach here. The brand I may scout for almost 10 months or 12 months no. Now me sell coach around that same time. And then I may scout for 6 months. But now me coach for 12 months. And around the same time, I may scout and I may sell coachy. Into who dream say me a better scout and now who dream say me a coach. And a journalist may catch it and say me feel we a better scout than a coach. And then a branch person catch up person children and say me share near me me share near my course now. I feel say a better say we decide say Charlie main coach na me position the position be on coach na be no scouting na man be movie to coaching. Are you thinking that the journalist is right? For me, the person who are going to the comment section. Do you think Coach Otto Addo is a better scout, or do you think he's a better coach?
12 years of coaching, and 6 months of scouting. Now I'll ask you, what am I? And during the scouting also I was coaching. I never stopped. What am I?
Well, then I think you scouting is better than you coaching.
Okay, so
you are good at scouting than coaching.
Okay.
Because in coaching you are not good at all.
Okay.
My last video now, I like the interactions of Coach Otto Addo. Why do I like his interactions? Because at least knows Osha's video now we just a journalist in Kasana. Which means omu di nice in komo. Omu di very nice in komo. And now journalists catch a Coach Otto Addo said from henceforth see a wu juma na wu keep with juma nebia. The me say personally we be ama say look for very good local players. So look for very good local players and put them into the national team instead of outside. And I Coach Otto Addo catch and he said, of course, and that is what I just did this particular Niger and Ghana match. Look at the young guys I fielded. They were mostly local players. And we can all attest to the fact, say, formally, no, and you say Nankaye Kobo. Oh, who play be our friend, who be our friend, who be our friend. That is not what. Formerly, when the Ghana Black Stars, most of the times the guys were going from under 17, no under 23, no more answer no more be do the Ghana Black Stars. By the time and Ghana Black Stars, no, they would have jailed already or together into minimum. So what did they mention? I say, the players from Sule Ali, Muntari, from Dede Ayu, and some of these players. Some of them played from the very young teams, from under 17, coming all the way. Into what the journalist was saying, for me, I believe it's the truth. Let's look at the local players. Let's start developing them from under 17. Yeah, you hear under 17, Omunkobo under 17. Omunkobo the next tournament. Let's look for maybe the next 14 or 15 players. Let's let them go through the ranks like that. So once we develop them like that, by the time Umbedu Black Stars, they have known themselves. But what it also means, they say, we need, as Ghanaians, we need to have patience. Which is one thing Ghanaians don't have currently. I think we should decide, okay, in the next...
You play with a blend of local and foreign players during your time, and the Black Stars were there. If you happen to stay, because it's my best family, make sure you start the best local player like that into the Black Stars. Very appealing there. Very good. But you should get to stay. Start the best players in the league. Blend them. Forget majority of the foreign players.